Thanks for joining us for CBN's On the Home Front, where we highlight what the men and women of America's military do to defend our country. I'm Mark Martin. Many service members will tell you one of the most important skills taught in the military is leadership. U.S. Marines at Camp Pendleton in California are learning that skill during the annual Urban Leaders Course. The goal of the course also is to improve their abilities specifically as small unit leaders in an urban combat environment.
So you got to think, in an urban environment, stress is at an all-time high because you don't know what's going to happen. You could be simply going on a regular patrol, and out of nowhere, that stress goes from 0 to 100 within a millisecond. My name is Lorenzo Martinez. I'm an 0311, and I'm the Chief Instructor here at Urban Leaders Course. What we're doing here at ULC is we're preparing everyone to be able to handle that stress and make sound and timely decisions on the spot. Because if you can make a reactive choice, you can be proactive in the moment. Some courses, they teach breaching. Some courses, they teach CQB. For the urban fight, we have to know it all. We need to be our own professionals in whatever we're doing. So how are we different? We go from day one, right, teaching the basics, to the very end, where we're honestly role-playing with local populace. You're going to meet the village elder. What actions you do are going to turn the table. It builds off of the students at their pace. We can push them, but ultimately we react to their decisions, which is how this course is so amazing. Nothing is ever the same. Think about every war we've had. No matter where we've gone, no matter what we've done, we've always seen an urban fight. Now, it's 2019, we're still fighting the same fights in bigger towns, in bigger cities. The urban fight's never gonna leave us. That's why we have to keep trying.
U.S. Marines were also at work recently in Australia. They conducted water purification operations utilizing the lightweight water purification system. Its unique capabilities increased their ability to respond to crisis throughout the region.
So today we're out here with the Logistics Combat Element with MRF-D, trying to test the limitations and capabilities of the lightweight purification system. Typically you would deploy it in a quad-con. What we're doing today is, instead of pulling everything out of a box, we're leaving it on the truck. And all we have to do is drive the truck up into the water, put the hoses in the water, and purify from there. This is the first time we actually were able to come out here and deploy it into the water and see how fast we can make it work. We're looking at anything between maybe 30 minutes to 50 minutes, cutting that time out, and it also will cut down time for putting the gear away and driving off. So the biggest struggles, I would say, is everything's, again, in a very confined space. Here everything's pre-installed, you can't move the items around. There's very little flexibility. So coming out here with the setup already in mind, what we were going to do, was really helpful. We can actually use this in multiple scenarios, whether it's for our own Marines in the field, or if there's a natural disaster and maybe a hurricane hits and there's very limited water to hand out, we can actually go out and, whether it's the lake, the beach, the river, we can actually turn that water into water to distribute to whoever needs it.
It's like water.
Firefighters from all around the Air National Guard recently came together in Wisconsin. Teams trained on structure and aircraft fire response during the Patriot North 2019 exercise.
Today, our firefighters have been completing both ARF and structural burn training, and then at the burn building, they've been doing interior fires. Some of them, they make entry on the second floor and come down to the burn room to simulate a basement fire. Sometimes they will go into the first floor, and it can be simulated as a kitchen fire. They can also do search and rescue throughout the tower. So we try to change it up each evolution.
The aircraft scenarios are, we do two different styles. We have an interior and exterior. The interior, you can have a cargo fire or a cockpit fire. And on the exterior, we have engine, wheel fires. And then we can also do our fire apparatus operations, where we drive around and actually modulate and spray that.
We can knock out a lot of training in one day here with this, and then we can move on to our other disciplines that we can get into our technical rescue training. The facilities they have here, we can do the structural, the ARF, we can also do technical rescue training all on the base. We don't have to travel from one base to the other, and they've maintained the facilities pretty well.
The USS Bataan just underwent a landing craft training exercise with a unique hybrid team of a range of Navy sailors. The mission aims to prepare teams to hone their skills before their next deployment. After the break, how American and South American forces are teaming up and working together to enhance a variety of skills. Welcome back. A South American police force mounted patrol branch recently spent the day with American military veterinarians in Guyana. The military's health engagement team works together with local experts there, exchanging medical skills and demonstrating local training techniques for their horses and canine units.
Animals are indeed our friends, and they should be respected. When you see a trooper on patrol, it's important for you to understand that it's a man and animal working together. You must respect that animal and respect that person.
We head out into different areas around Guyana, and in particular today, interacting with the Guyana police and their horses and canine. And so that's been our mission for today, is training them on some veterinary medicine and then teach them on some basic canine and equine first aid.
Every rank who's attached to an animal carries a personal feeling for that animal. Not so long ago, we lost one of our horses, and the rider to that horse cried terribly. It was as if they lost a family member. So the veterinary training is paramount because it teaches the ranks what to do should stuff happen in the field. You're not always close to base. For example, if you go to the backline, it's a long distance, you're talking 30, 40 miles. So the training that was offered today is vital in ensuring that the ranks are prepared to deal with such emergencies in the field.
They want to learn as much as they can, as many resources that we can give them, so that way they can get better. And we got to see how they train all of their horses. We got to ride horses, that's always fun when you actually get to touch the animals and interact with animals, and then also get to see how they train their working dogs. This mission has been amazing. The missions that I have been on in the past have been more dedicated to surgery and medicine, and this doing something completely different than what I've ever done. It's pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I love it.
Working with you guys is fun because it was an opportunity to learn from you guys and also to share knowledge, which I thoroughly enjoy. And so every opportunity to share knowledge and gain knowledge from me is a great opportunity. And today was one of those great opportunities.
New technology is always being introduced, and the latest generation health and performance platform is designed to drive better outcomes with health and wellness equipment. The data-driven, mission-specific protocols have the goal of lowering administrative burdens.
Today we brought out our next generation health and performance platform. And so what we do is we pair cloud-based software with sensors, whether it's on our own equipment or digitizing existing equipment, and aggregating all that data, really looking to drive better outcomes with data-driven, mission-specific protocols and lower administrative burden. Our technology goes really anywhere you're deploying rehabilitation, wellness, or performance or fitness, right? So we're looking at gyms and clubs to PT clinics, in neuroscience, orthopedics. This technology is really applied anywhere that health, wellness, and performance is deployed, and that goes across multiple sectors of care. So whether that is helping your grandma stay healthy at a long-term care facility, or you're treating a teenager with an ACL injury, or you're looking at maximizing performance of a warfighter, it's all able to use this technology to drive optimal outcomes. Our demo went really well. It's always great to get our technology in front of the people to see it and they can touch it, and you just evoke great feedback and opens up a lot of doors of who may be interested in it. With any feedback we're always looking to improve. Right? So we actually deploy updates every 2 to 3 weeks to our platform. And so we take feedback constantly, whether it's in the field, whether it's just demos that we have, we start continuing to build out features to just make it smarter and smarter and add more value. The technology's live now, and not only is it live within the DoD, but it is live within a lot of different sectors of care. So our machine and our sensors are in orthopedics, neuroscience, pediatrics, senior care, even the VA. The TechWarrior event is just always great to participate in. This is our second year. It's great to see the faces, show the progress you've made, connect with new people, to just explore how you can apply this technology to help. We love it. It's a lot of great support comes from this.
Coming up, how military members in Georgia are getting the community involved and inspiring the youth. Thanks for staying with us. More than 60 kids in Valdosta, Georgia participated in a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics exhibition on Moody Air Force Base. It's called the Eyes Above the Horizon Diversity Outreach Program. Take a look.
He wants to be a fighter pilot, but he doesn't think he can do it because he's never met a black fighter pilot before in his life. To see that there was a junior in high school that thought that he couldn't do something because he wasn't exposed to someone that looked like him do it, I felt that there was something that I needed to do to kind of combat that. We're hosting an event called Eyes Above the Horizon. It's a one-day event sponsored by Legacy Flight Academy, which is a nonprofit organization that's geared towards introducing at-risk youth and underrepresented demographic within the aviation community to the world of aviation, and kind of giving them the opportunity to get a hands-on experience with actually flying a plane and seeing it from that perspective.
Basically what this is geared towards is kids from about 10 to 19. We introduce them to STEM programs, mainly through aviation. We want to open that exposure to those kids that don't usually really have that exposure. STEM is a very important group of career fields because these are the people who will mold the world in the future. And we need to have the ability for kids to know that those careers are possibilities and to have diversity within those career fields, to not just have one thought process within those career fields because you're molding society, essentially, right? Have some diversity in there so these kids can have a say in what they're growing up in, what they're living in, and what their kids are going to live in.
Some kids just don't realize that it's the opportunity for them. They don't grow up knowing somebody that does it or even experiencing it. Like a lot of the kids that participate in our program have never even been on a plane, let alone flown a plane. So it's just offering a different perspective, showing them that there's things out there that they can do that they may or may not even knew existed, and just showing them that it's a possibility, it's an opportunity if they want to pursue it.
Some kids we've seen just they have a different perspective on life, and that's amazing. That's just like, man, I'm not scared of going on an airplane anymore because I actually flew one before. We've seen some success where kids actually go into the military, where they enlist into the military because they just saw how strong the role models we are and how morally grounded that we are and how we live our lives and how we think, and they were like, I want to be a part of that. The best part about it is seeing those kids' eyes when they come off of that airplane, seeing the shift in thought process. They're like, all right, this is cool, this is a possibility. That was probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. That's a story they're gonna probably tell their grandchildren, and we are a part of that. That's cool. That's really cool.
If 50 kids show up, 50 kids are going to get our attention. And if one of those kids has a life-altering moment, then it doesn't matter how many kids showed up. We were able to at least reach out and touch one kid.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after the break. Welcome back to On the Home Front. They answered the call to their country, not only for themselves, but also for their families, friends, and community. Here are their stories about why they will continue to serve, protect, and fight. Take a look.
I decided to join the military to buy myself some time, make a little money.
The benefits, especially helping to pay for college.
I wanted to learn something new, I wanted to make some money for graduate school, and I wanted to travel.
There's always been a dream of mine to fly, and about ever since 4th grade, it's kind of what I wanted to do.
To leave a legacy for my children.
I did it because of my brothers, and it's a long line of family tradition.
I like being that guy that can fix things or help with a situation, and that's really what drives me the most.
I enjoyed was helping my fellow statesmen going out to Pierre and helping with the flood duty. I don't know, it's rewarding from the heart.
I have a desire to serve my country, so I wear this uniform proudly.
To be involved in an organization that helps defend the United States and all its ideals is an incredible thing to imagine each time you put the uniform on. And to be part of that, it's an honor.
Someone somewhere is benefiting from what I do every day.
After the deployment, I really saw the big picture, knowing that what I'm doing every day is affecting how our mission is and what's going on outside Sioux Falls.
The innocent that can't protect themselves. All civilians, all retired military, any veterans out there.
What motivates me to fight is freedom. And that may sound cliche, but at the end of the day, we have a lot of freedoms here, and I'm willing to fight for them.
That's all for today, but you can find more of our exclusive news coverage at cbnnews.com. Hope you'll join us next time. Have a great day.